Not everything you dream of can be made a reality. Not everything you expect happens as they should be. Not everything works as you plan them to be. But you overcome all those for the world to see. At the end, you end up writing a story which seems insane. This is the story of making a game. Davie504, the biggest Italian YouTuber slash biggest bass channel out there on YouTube, is soon about to hit 10 million subscribers. So, as a kind of gift for him, I wanted to make something that has never been done before. So, I made a game for him. Before we move forward, I'd like to say that this video took weeks to make, so if you get in 1 second of your life and press the like and subscribe button, it will mean a lot to me. So sit back, relax and enjoy the video. This story began how every story of game development begins, with a prototype. Now, my initial plans were to make a 3D infinite runner like Subway Surfers, but if I were to do that, it would have taken at least twice the time it took to make the game. And seeing how good I am at making 3D models, the game would make you all lose 69 420 brain cells. So, I scrapped the idea and decided to stick with a 2D infinite runner. As good as it all sounds, here came the first major roadblock. I haven't made any 2D games till now. So was it a good decision? Only time will tell. Sufferings began from day one. No matter what approach I took, the prototype didn't wanna work. The chunks would delete themselves even before the player could land on it. A seemingly unsolvable bug, this was making me sad. Finally, I gave up on the idea of making the prototype all by myself and decided to refer Google. The savior of all game devs, the Google had the exact answer to my problem. I found that the entire prototype could be made only through 10 lines of code. Through a newly found energy and excitement, I finished the prototype. With the prototype done, it was time to make the game look good. I plan to use vector art for this as pixel art doesn't suit stylish and modern dolphins like me. Also, I decided to make all the art by myself, so I went to Google to look up for it. And the first result says, trace or draw freehand with brushes. The main toolbar contains 5 brushes and an eraser. And the thing is, it didn't make any sense to me. Some research on Google and it was clear to me that vector art wasn't easy. Now, pixel art wasn't bad, but personally for this game at least, it was my utmost desire to make the game have a modern look. And pixel art wasn't something which could make it possible. I was stuck in a big decision. Then I came to know about a website that solved all my problems and changed this journey a lot. Many websites which claim to provide free visuals and assets may cheat you later and impose a copyright strike on your game after it is published. But there is one website that can save you in such a situation, and that is OpenGameArt. From OpenGameArt, I downloaded some assets like the hero, policeman, a swordsman, etc. But later I ended up using only the hero. It was all good, but we still didn't have the thing you all were waiting for. We didn't have Davie504 yet. I found this image of his on Google, perfect for my game. I made some hyper-realistic animations for Davie. With the main character done, it was time to make the platforms. I decided to base my game in a pleasant snow biome. So, I borrowed some assets from OpenGameArt and began making the tiles. Someone in Davie's Discord server told me that Davie liked breads a lot. Thus, I decided that for the coins, I would use breads. This grey background looked boring and dumb, so I changed it to a snowy biome's parallax background. Also, as an additional decoration, I even added in some snowfall. Then I made some more chunks. The game looked good, but there was one thing which, if ignored, had the potential to ruin the entire experience of the game. It was the heads-up display. As much as the modern games may try to hide it, have a minimalistic approach, etc., the importance of a heads-up display cannot be underestimated, shouldn't be underestimated. A game cannot be complete without UI screens, so I made a main menu and a game over screen. The gameplay still lacked a big component, sounds. Now, I don't like making sounds myself as it is a lot of work, so I borrowed some from the internet. Leaderboards is the only reason that at least I try to get the highest score possible. To make the players feel the same, I made a leaderboard using a plugin for Godot called Silent Wolf. But plugins aren't available for everything. Some things have to be done by yourself from the scratch. The next feature I implemented was a data saving system. Now, back then, I wasn't aware of the fact that Silent Wolf provided a method for you to save player data online. In this way, even if you played on a different device or uninstalled the game and deleted the project data folder and reinstalled the game later, you wouldn't lose your progress. Believe it or not, according to me, this is the biggest reason people keep re-downloading Subway Surfers whenever they feel like it. As you know, you will have all your data back once you log in the game. But everything didn't seem good. Even with a purpose to run, the game soon felt repetitive. It became boring after an hour or so. I tried to think hard about what could I do, but got no idea. There I was, lying on my bed, depressed and sad. I even felt like dumping the game entirely. But things changed after 2 days altogether. Thinking day and night for 2 days, an idea finally sparked in my mind: a health system and traps. Spawning different types of traps at different locations which would hurt the player and reduce his health could potentially take the player's mind off from design of chunks, and he would start focusing more on keeping the health bar up. I made that, and miracle, it finally solved all the issues of boredom and made the game actually fun to play. So much fun that while development, I would sit there playing my own game for 15 minutes straight for no apparent reason. I was getting addicted to my own game, but this happiness faded away with my decision to implement my next feature. Shops. Something often taken for granted, shops play a very important role in making a game fun and enjoyable. Leaderboard alone cannot keep a player playing for long. It's a big reason why every time Subway Surfers posts a new update, they add in a few new characters and some new stuff worth buying. As much as it made the game a whole lot better, this feature made me suffer the most. Taking about 2 weeks, that is half a month. The script of shop was larger than any other individual code out there in the game. Had the shop been not so important, I would have given up on the feature. But once it was finished, the game felt complete. Finally, I added blonde and bald Davie in the game, added a health, shield and flying potion, and made some UI screens. And with that, the story of making this game was finished. This game is available in itch.io for Windows, Linux and Mac. please download and play it and let me know in the comments how does it feel like. Also, if you enjoyed this video, consider liking it and subscribing the channel. It motivates me a lot to keep uploading. Now, enjoy some gameplay of the game.